Dmaic refers to a data-driven improvement cycle used for improving, optimizing and stabilizing business processes and designs. Dmaic is an abbreviation of the 5 improvement steps: define, measure, analyze, improve and control. This Dmaic improvement cycle is the core process used to drive Six Sigma projects. All of the Dmaic process steps are required and always proceed in this order. The define phase is where the team begins the journey into the problem at hand. Initially, the champion determines if the problem warrants using Six Sigma methodology. It is possible that the issue can be resolved using more simple methods. The key deliverable for this phase of the Dmaic process is the project charter. The project charter document is a living document throughout the life of the project. That is, it is expected that the project charter may be revised from time to time during the project lifetime. The project leaders are responsible for clarifying the purpose and scope of the project, for getting a basic understanding of the process to be improved, and for determining the customer's perceptions and expectations for quality. Also important are establishing realistic estimates for timeline and costs. All these things will ensure that the stakeholders are all on the same page regarding what is going to be done and how to evaluate the project's progress and ultimate success. The goal of the measure phase of a Six Sigma Dmaic project is to get as much information as possible on the current process so as to fully understand both how it works and how well it works. This entails 3 key tasks: creating a detailed process map, gathering baseline data, and summarizing and analyzing the data. In some cases, the process mapping is created first so that information gleaned from it can guide the data collection process. In other cases, the general data needs are already known and the 2 pieces can be worked on simultaneously. Depending on the type of process, a Six Sigma process map may be created using direct input from the individuals who participate in the process, by an observer who monitors and records information about the process, or a combination of the 2. The most important aspect of this task is that the goal is to create a map of the existing process, good, bad or ugly. Once the process map has been compiled, the project team will review it to glean information about potential contributors to problems and inefficiencies. The team should watch for evidence of missing steps, extra steps, delays and bottlenecks, variation in how certain steps are performed, and anything else that could lead to defects, inefficiency and problems.
The goal of the Dmaic analyze phase is to identify potential root causes for the process problem being addressed and then confirm actual root causes with data. Having completed the measure phase, the project team should have already established a clear problem statement which specifies what the problem is and under what circumstances it occurs. They should have already gathered and analyzed data to establish the baseline performance of the process relative to the critical to quality measures, CTQs, established based on customer input. The question that the analyze phase seeks to answer is, why is this problem occurring? Another way to ask it is, what is the cause of the problem? It is not possible to make improvements to the process until the causal factors are identified.
The goal of the Dmaic improv phase is to identify a solution to the problem that the project aims to address. This involves brainstorming potential solutions, selection solutions to test and evaluating the results of the implemented solutions. Often a pilot implementation is conducted prior to a full-scale rollout of improvements. In the first stage of improvement, it is important to include the people who are involved in performing the process. Their input regarding potential improvements is critical, and this step should not be completed by the project team alone. In fact, it is wise to maintain communication with those who work on the process throughout any Six Sigma quality improvement project. A variety of techniques are used to brainstorm potential solutions to counter the root causes identified and analyze. Encouraging participants to challenge rules and assumptions, ban excuses and think like small children can be very effective. For those who prefer more structured brainstorming exercising, specific techniques are available, but often participants are more than able to produce a substantial list of ideas on their own. It is important during this stage that ideas not be judged nor eliminated. Even an outlandish idea that couldn't possibly be implemented as first suggested may lead to a related idea that is an ideal solution. Similar to other aspects of a Six Sigma project, assumptions about what can or cannot be accomplished should not be accepted without confirmation.
The primary objective of the Dmaic control phase is to ensure that the gains obtained during improve are maintained long after the project has ended. To that end, it is necessary to standardize and document procedures, make sure all employees are trained and communicate the project's results. In addition, the project team needs to create a plan for ongoing monitoring of the process and for reacting to any problems that arise. The first step of the control phase is to document and standardize the improvements that were rolled out during improve. This takes several forms. The process map of the new process that was created during improve should be reviewed and updated as necessary to reflect any modifications that may have occurred during rollout. It will be used for training and reference so that the new process will be clear. If many individuals or groups are involved in the process, a deployment flowchart should also be developed to clarify roles and tasks. Perhaps the most critical aspect of control is establishing a plan to monitor the new process and act when results are not up to spec, so that the project gains will be maintained. It is this component of Six Sigma projects that tends to distinguish them from basic project management methodology, whereby the project is closed out once the improvement is confirmed. The monitoring plan clarifies how the process performance will be continuously monitored, who will be notified if there is a problem and how that will happen and what response is required.